They don't have money, but they're funny, and they're coming to your country. They're the backpack bandits. I told the lady at the front desk, she asked me, where are you from? I said, I'm from Rwanda. And then she said, what about her? I said, she's from Rwanda too, can't you tell? Then we got a cheaper price, but then she wanted some corruption. She said, I want a Coca-Cola. So I gave her $500 for her. So we paid $1,500 to get in. Jumbo and Caribou Bandits. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Backpack Bandits here in Mombasa, Kenya, with Simon the American and Akti the Turkish girl. Today we're going to be exploring Haller Park, a very interesting zoo/park in Mombasa, plus going to the beach and riding camels. Stay tuned. Monkey.
Where?
Right in front of you.
Oh.
When you enter Haller Park, it's like entering Jurassic Park because you have to walk down this long pathway into the jungle by yourself, and on the journey to the reception desk there are animals all around you, like monkeys, turtles, lizards, etc.
As we be going around the park, it will take 45 to 1 hour. So I hope you are prepared for that.
You can arrange to go on a solo tour with a guide in English or Swahili, or in a group tour that is in English or Swahili as well. We took the group tour with the people speaking English, and the people were very nice and friendly, and all of us were in awe of the animals we saw. I wonder what you call a person who only eats reptiles. Reptitalian?
Okay, we don't have time for these jokes.
So this park actually used to be a cement quarry, and if you go to Mombasa and if you're staying in Bamburi, you have to walk past this company called Mombasa Cement or Bamburi Cement to actually make it to Haller Park. Well, Haller Park was actually a part of that company, and they used to make cement here, but then they decided to rehabilitate the place and dedicate it to animals after somewhat destroying the environment. It was named after a Swiss woman named Renee Haller back in like 1950 or something, because white people love coming to Africa and naming things after themselves. I'm joking. At least she decided to do something nice and try to help the environment and do something good for the animals that are here and also for the people here, so that you can easily enjoy the African nature while at the same time seeing it in its natural environment, not locked up in cages, not kept behind bars. Going to Haller Park is an experience because you sort of see the animals naturally living their lives, and you're sort of just a fly on the wall. And there are plenty of monkeys around, plenty of gazelles wandering around. Don't touch their tails like I wanted to do. Don't try to feed them. They tell you don't touch them or feed them, so don't be like me. But it is a great experience, and I highly suggest everybody go there. There are monkeys, there are gazelles, there are butterflies, there's all sorts of natural life here, like different sorts of trees and flowers and stuff like that. It's a very, very great experience. Renee Haller believed animals should play an equally important role in the forest ecosystem as plants. And going to Haller Park, you definitely see that they have tried to maintain this vision that she had for this park since then. Going to Haller Park is a great decision if you do not have the money, like we did, to go on safari. There are no lions here, there are no cheetahs, and no, giant great elephants here at Haller Park, but they do have giraffes. They do have a nice environment for you to be around, and it's a great trip for your family and a great way to spend a pleasant day. I don't need a picture in butterflies.
Why? It's not manly?
Look, there's the one breathing right there. Isn't that crazy? Post-park action, having a free bird, or at least I'm having a bird.
Bring some water with you. And don't bring your husband.
But today is Animal Day, so we went to the zoo. Now we're about to go to the beach and ride some camels. Then we're gonna come back here and feed some giraffes and hippos and crocodiles.
I don't think we can feed them. I think we're gonna watch them being fed.
No, I'm gonna demand to feed them. I love riding camels, and I rode them a few times while living in Tunisia, but my wife had not ridden a camel since she was a kid, so I just wanted to treat her to the experience and hook her up with the camel guys, who you will see on almost every beach if you come to Mombasa, Kenya, or anywhere on the Swahili coast generally. The price for riding the camel was about 1,000 Kenyan shillings. This video was taken back in 2023, so do the math because appreciation and depreciation of the currency has changed the price. She only got to ride for about 3 minutes. It looked fun. I wish I got to join, but I felt like they were trying to rip us off with the price, which is a common theme in Africa.
Actie's riding the camel instead of me because these people overcharge for everything, so only one of us can ride today. How was that?
So after hanging out at the beach where the tide was back and we couldn't swim, we went back to Holler Park because there are actually schedules for feeding the animals, which are the giraffes, the hippos, the buffaloes, and of course the crocodiles. Can't wait to see that.
Oh, this tongue is so sandy. It feels like it's not a wet tongue at all. It does feel dry, doesn't it? It's not wet.
No.
Right in your palm.
Well, it's taking it.
Oh, look at that.
Okay,
Yeah.
I had never had the chance to feed monkeys directly, and they come up to you and take the food out of your palm, which is actually meant for the giraffes, who are so cute. I had never seen a giraffe this up and close. Their tongues are very dry, but they're not aggressive at all. They're very friendly creatures, very gentle creatures, and they're just hungry. It makes me appreciate nature and the ecosystem of Africa, having this intimate relationship with the animal.
Wow, you eat a lot.
Look at their little ears.
Oh, I can't pet you. I can feed you, but I can't pet you.
No, I don't.
It's definitely
She doesn't like that.
It's definitely a woman.
It is. I named her Sabrina.
Sabrina, you're approved. Worst Tinder date ever.
He's so frigid.
You're so frigid, Sabrina. So I can't pet you. Wow. Okay, so it's like that.
How was that?
Feeding a giraffe was an interesting experience. I've never touched such a wild animal before. Their tongues were very sandy, though some did leave a little bit of saliva. They were very non-aggressive, but non-friendly either. I fed them, but I could not pet them.
What about the monkeys?
I think I started the monkey fight.
Wow.
So the monkeys started fighting because I dropped a whole bunch of them on the ground, and then all of them started reaching for it, but then I guess they started fighting over it. Then after that, the monkeys just started hissing at each other, and everybody got scared. I think it was my fault, actually, because I saw it happen.
Look at you, causing war.
So after getting really saucy and really lit before coming back to the park, we came and saw the hippo and the gazelles lounging around, and it looks like they too were getting beat down by this Kenyan heat because they look sleepy and tired just like us.
She's literally my spirit animal. Sleeps while he eats. Goals for life.
Here's a fun fact. Holler Park was home to a hippopotamus and tortoise power couple called Owen and MZ. The tortoise and hippopotamus became friends when Owen was separated from his herd as a juvenile after some earthquake or tsunami that happened in Sumatra. So then he was brought to Holler Park. And because there were no other hippos around, he became very good friends with a female tortoise called MZ. But then Owen got really, really big and too big to hang around with the turtle, so then they had to separate him in 2007.
That's the biggest thing I've ever seen, and I've never been more hungry in my life. So today I'm from Rwanda, but as many of you might know, I'm also from Louisiana. And in Louisiana, we eat alligators sometimes, not all the time, just on special occasions. And I remember eating alligator one time. It was like fried pieces of alligator meat at a place called Cypress Inn in Monroe, Louisiana, a small restaurant. I don't know if it's still there. you could also go outside and feed the alligators and the turtles and the fish with like hush puppies and different things. Alligator's actually pretty good. I don't know if it's halal. It's probably not halal.
I kind of want to ask if they eat it here.
Maybe people in the bush do. I don't know. Some people see gators or crocodiles and see terrifying monsters. I see dinner.
They didn't tell us the species we were looking at, but I'm gonna take a wild guess. We were looking at Nile crocodiles during feeding time. Some of the apex predators throughout Africa. In the water, this species is an agile and rapid hunter, relying on both movement and pressure sensors to catch any prey unfortunate enough to present itself inside or near the waterfront. Just look at them jumping up and down with their large teeth. Every time they opened their mouth, it was terrifying. The people in the crowd were saying ooh and ah.
Yeah, I thought you guys were killers. You guys are unorganized as fuck.
I know.
Witnessing it in person, it might be more impressive than just seeing it on screen, because you can find videos like this on YouTube all the time. But just listen to the sound as their mouth closes here. That's a weird, very weird sound. Such a large mouth, such a powerful jaws clamping down on you like that. Just imagine, those are bone breakers. There was one particular crocodile here that was extremely huge, and he was more towards the gate. And every time he jumped up out of the water, he made all the other ones look very, very small. Once again, coming to Holler Park, it was great to see animals like this somewhat living in their natural habitat, and there being a symbiosis between human entertainment and animal livelihood.
We saw the 3 shows that is popular here, and you can see it every day, which is feeding the giraffes, seeing the hippos, and also seeing the crocodiles being fed. And then we also did a tour of the park, which was interesting. We saw monkeys and stuff.
Snakes, giant snakes.
Giant snakes, butterflies.
So if you come to Banbury, I suggest coming to Holler Park because it's an interesting zoo in that they let the animals sort of run free.
It's also like a rescue park too, because we heard some guide telling like they brought a hippo from Germany to here and he was sick and whatnot, so it's like they take care of the animals here.
Right. It generally feels like a humane park. You don't feel like you're walking into an animal prison. You feel like you're walking into like a animal sanctuary in a sense. And that's what's cool. And if you come, definitely come for the 3 o'clock giraffe feeding opportunity where you can also feed the monkeys as well. And the monkeys are cute. And then also the gator show is actually worth seeing too. So if you come here, I suggest it. And if you're black, tell them you're from Rwanda because you'll end up paying like $500 instead of $1,400.
Yeah, just don't forget to give some money to the lady in the front.
Yes, if she asks for a Coca-Cola, get her a Coke. Please don't laugh at me.
I will, but okay.
Okay,
I like that.
I'm from a place where people sometimes eat alligator. Sometimes. Don't look at me crazy.
Okay.
We sometimes eat alligator, not all the time.
You sometimes eat it.
I've eaten it before, sometimes, in the past. It's okay, it tastes like chicken. Anyway, I just wanted to ask if there's anywhere in Kenya where people eat alligator.
No.
Nowhere? Nowhere? But it's so delicious.
No, it's not.
It's not? If you fry
Maybe monkey, crocodiles.
crocodiles.
Yeah.
They eat crocodiles.
Yeah.
Where?
Mamba village.
Momba Village.
Yeah.
So how do I, if I wanted to, not if I, but if I wanted to go to Momba Village, how would I go to Momba Village? For a friend. I'm asking for a friend, not for me.
Not for you.
Not for me.
I know it's for you anyway. You just Google it. Mamba village.
Momba Village?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Asante.
Welcome.
I had a great time at the park. It's a great park.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
You see?
It's okay.
That's not.
Touch. It's not scary.
It's not scary.
No.
It cannot do anything till you touch.
Hi everyone, it's almost Valentine's Day and we're going on a date. I look cute, my husband looks cute, and we're going to this place called Black, so we'll let you know how it is. Look at my husband, look at so handsome.
So once again, I'm continuing my ugly shirt journey. Every time I wear a shirt and it gets uglier and uglier, I feel a little bit prettier inside. And that's the point, because it builds up your
self-confidence. Anyway, we're going to Black because they have a Valentine's Day show, concert, dinner special. It's a place that we go to often here in Banbury, and we're gonna go have a good time.
What you have just witnessed is another very saucy episode of Backpack Bandits. Tune in next week or whenever we drop for another exciting adventure. More food, more drinks, more travel, more fun, more life, more love, more Africa. We want to say shout outs to all the people who have subscribed, left wonderful comments. Shout out to all the people in Kenya. We would definitely like to return and see more of your beautiful country. Go check out some of the other videos we've released in Kenya on the playlist on this channel, and stay tuned for more content. Peace.